Welcome. Yeah, things. Hmm.
Isaac, are you sitting with Maria?
I'm sitting with everybody. The whole universe. Did you want to raise your hand? No, okay.
Because there's so much noise and Maria is muted, something.
No, behind me there's crickets. Can you hear that? The crickets? Yeah. And it's music, it's not noise. But they are pretty loud.
Hey, Isaac. Can I sit with you for a moment?
Sure. Manjali.
Hi, Isaac. Isaac, can you say something? Because I don't see you.
Okay, is that better?
Now you can read, yeah.
Hi, Isaac. Good morning. It's Brigitte.
Brigitte, I see you.
Thank you. I really loved your exploration with Esther and the questions you asked. I wanted to say that first. I really laughed out loud about the simplicity of the realizations. So okay can go out the window. How often do I say it's okay? You know, it's such a suck into dualism all the time. To be okay or not okay, or is it okay or not okay? Yeah. I really, that was really revealing. And thank you, Esther, for bringing that up.
Oh, exquisite.
Yeah. And that brings me to something I've been doing the last few weeks on and off. Is quite a long meditation of Joe Dispenza about breaking the habit of being yourself.
Oh.
And it's and there is something where I'm doubting if I'm, say, enforcing the ego's thought system, or if it's actually aiding me to become to step in the more the non-dual field. And
so take a moment. Take a moment. I understand. What do you notice when we just hang out together? If anything.
Yeah, I'm dropping more into my into the moment.
Yeah, without any effort. Huh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I was a bit puzzled that did you ask something specific? So I was wondering, should I react to something? But I never know. It's just like take a moment. So it's like.
So we hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more here. Feel a part of my brain not here. And I notice if I use the ego system, I would say resistance, but I don't even know that. Funny. So that's what I had in the meditation when I did that with him 2 days ago. It's like a huge joy just bursted out, and I only could laugh out loud.
Lovely.
I don't know, 10 minutes. It was like. And that's the same joy when you asked that question, and I saw the ridiculousness of what we're trying to do. It was like, here we are.
Yeah.
But then there is this doubt if this is, if you envision something for the future and this comes up, if I am making use of the fake it till you make it syndrome or mechanism, or however you call it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, this is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, then this is what it's been like the past 3-4 days. It's like everything that I'm thinking, I was like, where did that come from? And then I don't go into the beat myself up part, or it's like the previous ideas, convictions, or wherever they come up, of course. But then I look at them and I think, holy no, this is not what and I just start laughing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, hey, you know, when we watch a movie, I don't think it's that common that we think, oh, what I'm watching on the movie is me. We recognize it's just a movie, yeah?
Hmm.
But yet when we watch the movie of our mind, somehow we think it means something about me. But it's
Yeah.
the same, it's just a movie, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. That's and of course you can get involved in a movie and emotionally.
Then who is it that gets involved, or somehow what happens? I don't
Well,
think there's anyone that gets involved.
for me, what happens is an identification
Yeah.
with
And
my
who
own
does
being.
that? Who does that?
It happens. Yeah.
It happens, yeah.
No, and there is no purpose. Like I'm going to be connected to that character right now.
Exactly. Just happens, and through grace it's seen.
Yeah.
And laughing happens or not.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like I want to dance with you right now. You know, it's like actually
We,
dance.
we, we are actually dancing. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful, energetic love dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And the whole universe is invited.
yeah. Makes it so much lighter to be where I am and with all the circumstances that I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Even in relationship to my children, it's where I'm normally more emotionally entangled.
I understand that.
It's a different different field. I don't have no word for it. I don't know how you express it.
Yeah. You know, a good image for me is like, I don't know if you've ever watched a puppet show where you're watching, you know, like two puppets and they arguing and they fighting or they're loving or they, and it looks like there's two puppets there, but it's the same puppeteer, you know, he's like pulling the strings. So it's like this, who's living this expression called you, and who's living this expression called your kids, and who's the puppeteer? And, you know, it's like, it looks like two separate somethings, but then you look and see, wait a second, life is living everything. That same intelligence is living everything, and it's just not noticed because it seems like this too, but yeah.
Yeah, there's an enormous freedom in not thinking that I'm responsible for any.
For even the sense of I
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not responsible for I. Yeah.
I is eyeing. Appearing in something that's so vast and so big, it's just like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
I is eyeing.
So would you call this a loving intelligence, or how did you name it?
Whatever it is, yeah.
Whatever it is. It never meant for us humans to suffer.
Sure, I don't know. And, like, what is suffering?
Say again?
Like, really, what is suffering and who is it that's suffering? There's that Yogananda, a very famous yogi.
Yeah, I read his book. Yeah.
He went to visit Ramana Maharishi, and he asked him, what can we do to help all the suffering people? And Ramana said, find out who's suffering.
Okay. Yeah. It is so quick, this switch. Yeah? It's so.
Yeah. Just like you see, it's, wow, okay.
Yeah. Thank you. It was very helpful.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, beautiful.
Isaac, can I sit with you?
Yeah. Can you see me?
Yes, I see you now. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that was very funny. I see Birgitta still laughing. Yes. What I wanted to sit with, I told you last year, I don't know if you can remember it, that I'm supposed to be twins. And my sister died within a few weeks. And it's a huge trauma in my system. And I feel it this layer now on the breath very strong. So I wanted to sit with that for a moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. Hey, it's like resting here, breathing is happening. And so we're breathing in. You know, who knows where that comes from, what we're breathing in. Who knows where it, you know, it goes out, it becomes the trees, and the trees breathe. And you know, it's like there's all these bacteria doing their thing, and viruses and everything else. This whole galaxy, you know, of forget it. It's like there's many more bacteria than human cells, and that it's you know, we eat plants or meat or whatever we eat, and then you know that's kind of joins in the dance that's going on, and then some gets pooped out and peed out, and I mean, it's just this whole stuff, you know. Information is kind of, yeah, like this whole information dance that's going on all the time. So I think usually when the twin dies like that, it actually becomes, you know, it enters you, becomes part of your body, or your memory absorbs it, or something happens. I'm not quite sure, but so it's like, but you know, another level, there's a sense of, oh, there was company, and then there isn't, you know, and I guess it depends on how old it is.
Yeah, a few weeks.
Yeah, so then, you know, it's pretty young to even have a sense of company, but yeah, you know, who knows how it registers. And just that, okay, something's different. And yeah. So
It feels more open. Yeah.
yeah, you know, it's like, and you know, that whole thing of like every cell in your body changes every 7 years or so, so there's not any of the cells left that were there. It's like, it's a miracle what's going on here. And yet somehow there's some continuity of something, I don't know what.
And can you feel anything in my system of what I just spoke, or don't you feel that?
It's an interesting question because, you know, I mean, it's hard to we speak about my system, but it's like, you know, first of all, I don't know who it belongs to, probably to the Dutch government.
Yeah, yes, for sure. Yes.
But it's like it's it's a stream of information that goes back generations. It's like, wow. And where does it begin and end? And what is it exactly? It's like, so, yeah.
I feel huge expansion, and it feels really like the whole universe is carrying this now. So
Oh, good.
it's really beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. In a way, it's just like somewhere, somehow, a habit to contract has crept in. And who knows where that comes from. And that contraction gives some sense of me or some sense of how the universe is, but it's just a filter, actually. It's not.
Yeah, in a way, it's also so beautiful to see how these blockages, if they, if I just feel it remove and change, and there directly there's so much space behind it. Actually,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
And that space was never not there, actually. It just wasn't noticed somehow.
Yeah.
Because the attention was focused in a certain way. And it's we were joking today because Caitlin and Mike and myself often call each other Caitlin Galaxy or Micah Galaxy. But then today, Mike was saying, instead of Isaac Galaxy, she was saying Isaac Supernova. But it is funny, it's just like there's this expression of totality, and then somehow patterns playing that make it seem limited to time and space or something. And yeah. Cool.
Okay, thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, thank you, Sylvie. Thanks for hosting too.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Jacob.
Hello, Isaac.
Greetings.
May I just sit with you?
Yeah. How can you describe?
Very soft, quiet.
In time or beyond time? Good answer. So here's a trick question. What do you have to do to be like this? To be this? What do you have to do to be this?
Sorry, I didn't.
What do you have to do to be this?
Yeah. I can hear you now. There was a connection problem.
No problem.
No, nothing.
Nothing. Good.
That's the trick.
Yeah.
It's amazing how mind is always after some prolonged silence. Is just, I can see how it's just trying to get back in any possible way. It's crazy.
It's crazy. You're right. Cool, man.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you. Beauty.
Hi, Isaac.
Yes. Can you see me?
Yeah, I just have to make you bigger.
Okay.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Isaac, I'd like to ask you some questions about the body.
Sure.
Last night, I got up to go to the loo without even realizing that I'd done that. In a way, it's the same as sometimes you can wake up and not know who you are or where you are or what you are, really. But I'm not sure what's happening in that situation. Who's not aware of what?
It seems like, the physical body has the capacity to function without the normal mechanism of I coming into play. It can just function, and then it can do that. It's just, but usually what happens is when that movement into consciousness from deep sleep, if it goes past a certain
Threshold.
point, threshold, then it's like it goes into like this sense of a me steering things, but otherwise it knows perfectly what to do. It's quite amazing. It can just navigate and do that and go back to sleep, not even have memory of it.
In a way, if you were to be sleepwalking, would you actually need to be able to see to sleepwalk? Or would the body just carry it out?
My sense is it would just know what to do. It just somehow doesn't bump into anything. It just, not that I mean, I haven't had the experience myself, but I've known people that have sleepwalked and they walk up and down stairs and out the door and back again. And
So in a way, I mean, can you say that our body is doing that all day anyway? It's just that we impose
in a way, yeah. I reckon Life is a lot stranger than we give it credit for.
Thank you, Isaac.
Oh, nice to have a moment together. Thanks. Bedankt. Can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Great.
Lot energy is moving. And
Good.
yes, and relaxation happens during this hour now. And then it feels like sadness comes up. And then suddenly also this mechanism of control. So I feel just being with you with all this for a moment. And I wonder how you sense it actually right now, because I feel the tickling, but also a feeling like coldness, or usually, there is like a warm, something like.
Yeah, kind of like it went very, very, very quiet, like into almost, yeah, I can understand why you would register that as cold, because it just went very quiet. Yeah. So there wasn't much flow. It was more like, yeah. We went through some flow that was really lovely, and then it went just very quiet. That's what it did.
Yes, and I wonder somehow this, this point actually, and what I feel is really a deep readiness just to let be there what is there, and what I also see, or it's an idea maybe, all the pain what always happens in my body, it's, I would say, when you call it, when it has a name, it would be fear and controlling, something a mixture of this. And but what I also can see now, I don't take it personal.
Yeah, and beautiful.
Yes, this is very new, not to judge it and just give it space somehow. Yes, and and not to hide it before myself actually.
Yeah, perfect.
It's more I cannot do. Actually, what I feel, I don't have the possibility. It would be now the place also to have SE maybe around it. That I don't, but I don't know actually if it's really needed.
You'll see.
Yes, yeah. But often, sometimes I have the feeling, oh, now I would meet, and then we have a meeting, and then I feel, it's beautiful also without any doing something about it.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, thank you to meet also when it's not flowing so beautifully. Or
no, it's quite beautiful. I like that.
Okay.
It gets quite like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Vedanta.
Thank you.
Hey, Maria. Can you see me? What do you notice when we rest together? If anything. Say again?
It's getting deeper.
Yeah.
And I saw or feel many things. They are yes, like there is there are two persons or two energies. The one they want to do something, and the other want stay and be with that what is. And energy also is looking for that what is in inquiry. A lot of energy is flowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's getting hot. Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Isaac, can I ask you another question?
Sure.
When you said that it was very still, and I felt that too when I was sitting with you. The question came up, is there a place where there is no, which is before energy?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when we speak about energy, we're speaking about, like a sensation, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it's that's why I do that inquiry with, how do we know there's a universe here? So we sense something, yeah? We perceive the universe through our senses. So that includes the universe, time, space, matter, energy. All of that is sensed. And then also what we call our bodying activity is sensed. And so where does all that appear? We can say it appears in awareness, but we can't really say what awareness is. It's really beyond. It's beyond time, it's beyond space, it's beyond matter, it's beyond energy. And yet all those appear in it, or are sensed. Yeah?
So this very still point, or the
Yeah.
center of the
Yeah.
love, or whatever is.
Yeah.
There is
So
no
still. Yeah. No. Nothing.
nothing, no movement,
Yeah.
nothing,
Yeah.
no plus or minus.
Yeah. And but then again, to try and cling to that, or to try and, it's like life just has its flow. It rests as that, and then it rests with the movements going on, and the dance, and the joy, and the laughter. It's just doing its expression,
Mm-hmm.
So it's. I've told the story with Papaji because for me, the first really deep seeing was on an acid trip. And I experienced this unconditional love and this such beauty. And then I was always looking for that again. And then one day when I was in India with Papaji, like suddenly he dropped into that, and like the whole room, his presence was so powerful. I mean, everybody in the room was just, oh, it was just, he was sitting there, tears streaming down his face. And then later the day I was at his house for lunch, and I was the only one there. And I said, wow, that was so beautiful what happened today. And he said, don't talk to me about it. I'll go back into it. And I said, but isn't that what we're looking to abide as? And he said, in the depths of the ocean, it's very quiet. And on the surface, it's wavy. And if you have a preference for the depths rather than the waves, you're on the shore. And suddenly this whole seeking for that peak experience just kind of dropped. Poof. It can come when it wants, and it can leave it at once. And I'm always here, regardless of experience, regardless of.
Sorry, what did you say last sentence? You're always.
And I'm always here, regardless of any experience. Every experience comes and goes in who I am. Same as in you, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have to chase and run after any experience, and everything can be here.
But and it feels. Then again, that's such an ego expression. It is the actual illuminating urge to be, the life force for us here, for all life on this planet.
Yeah. Like in the sense, everything is coming out of source. Everything is an expression of source. So you have that no thing that's not anything, but it's the potential for everything. It is everything. It's like,
Yeah.
Nothing separate from it. Nothing isn't it. All expressions of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can feel it very. It's also very anchored in my body.
And that's so lovely when it is anchored like that, because it's just so clear. It's just,
yeah. When you speak of it, I can feel it. It resonates. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, sweethearts, thanks for showing up and hanging out a bit and exploring together. Just exquisite. Love, love, and more love. Ciao. Mm.